Itranamani yaba yao. Oh fine tete. I'm a charming you feel documentary Kahanwa Gambia. Akishin wa friend with your capital. And one way your history wa. So into winning your fan your back when a kind documentary and in fe. Akishin fake and hanye. Ilakishin your basmo wa. And you're fine. A war a Tranamani yaba yao.
Now say that. Say greet them in Ghana.
Ghana, okay. Minga and Americans in Hong Kong. Americans fan your Ghana. Americans Ghana is fan your American. Minga mofiamo. Me shall be very good. Now me tuni juba. Now me kaishian. Amenye me ke mofiamo ni ocean. Ne ka me koni ke fanya maji ashian fiu. Okay, Esther Baker be you. Le minga le ketema. I'm fan aibo ashian me. Ame boy me modern Kenya nyo Michael. Minga mofiamo. Mofia mafi chuni wa kone kan shia aka shia wa mofia mofangbe wa mofia ma boy modern le kan shia moni wete jen le hu le yin pa shia no ngene gbene min kai le koni eyin aba shia koni fenu ko pa ehan shia kan le hu koni eyin aba no nya shia chije son je jen son nya ba hin chike fa nya ba ka nya ma ke ka oba shika to mo ba ka o ma hu ye o ka wa fenu ko ma hu aya no o nya twamane aba yao.
Very good.
That I told me Messi I've read in 20 years later also. Then Tony President Ache Libya only rented 2 years 3 years one qualify could achieve education when SSL HNBFM one of the women men work the JSS now warfare went warfare where SS no pen do not mean to President Council.
Okay.
And we also have names for people, we call them Bobalo. You see, we name children on the 8th day. So when a child dies on the 1st day, 2nd day, 4th day, up to 7th day, we believe the child has not come to stay. The child has not come to life at all. So when the second born comes and it also dies, the third born is a Bobalo. The third, 4th, 5th born are Bobalo. So when that child is born, a family, the mother will take the child and dump the child at a junction in a bush. And a family member will pretend like he's walking somewhere and comes across the child. So the family member will start shouting that I have found a gold, I have found a gift. So the family member will carry the child home. When that child is brought home, it is given a funny names like Obaya, you will soon go. Bubalo, Obaya, or Owade, property of the death property. And we have another, you see, we give them funny names. Another names like Oniding, Obegbe, you don't have name. And we have another name like I'm tired. So we call them Bobaloy. We give them funny names. Even some of the children are named after some fishes or some things which is not relevant. And the reason is, we believe when you give them attractive names or family names, death, it will attract death. And death will soon come and take the child away. And one strange thing is that when these children are given these names, they stay. And we mark the children. We give them 3 marks. 3 marks at the tip of the eye here. Another 3 marks here. And we give them another 3 at the tip of the mouth. Another 3 here. Like the feet of the fowl. Mark like that. So whenever you see somebody with that facial mark, then that person is a Bobalo. Which means some people have come before that person at childbirth. He has senior brothers or sisters who have passed away. So we call them Bobalo. And we also have names for the days. We don't name Kojo Kwesi and Kwatine Ajua Amba as the account's name. But some of our forefathers or our fathers, they married 5, 6, or 10 women, or even 2 women. So when he brings forward the first wife, Ajay, second wife, Ajay, third wife, Ajay, we have to identify them. So the day on which you were born is added to the Ajay. So you are either called Ajay Kojo, Ajay Kwashi, Ajay Kwame. But everybody called Kwame or Kwashi in our Ghana society has a family name. So we use it to identify the sometimes we use it to identify the type of, because when they are in the house and you are calling Ajay, there are 3 Ajays. So who will respond? But so you have to say Ajay Kojo, Ajay Kwame. And when it is a female too, Atre Akoshia, Atre Ajua. So we don't give this. I mean, we don't have names for this in our system. But when it comes to that, and we also have names relating to where your mother comes from. You see, some of our fathers who married different women from different towns, when they mention Soa or Ajete, then they add Ajete London, Ajete Osu, which means your mother came from London before she was married. Your mother came from Osu because there's already somebody there. A woman was there. So that woman has a child who has similar name to yours. So we add where you come from, or sometimes the profession of the mother or the father. So we have Ajete Songbe, Ajete also. We also use description. The Ajete Tuku, Ajete Agbo. Even our Great Accra regional minister is called Afote Agbo. Agbo. The father married different women, but he is a giant. When you see he's a giant, Agbo is big. So he's called Afote Agbo. He has another brother is called Afote by the same father. So that Agbo is used to differentiate. We also use height. Ajete Kakada, Ajete Tuku, and we use seniority too. Ajete Nupa, Ajete Fio, Ajete Te. Yeah, so that is our naming pattern, we Gans. So we have these different types of names. Names for twins, family names, names for Bobale, those who died distant, names for orphans, and names for, sequential names. So these are the different types of names we have in our Ghana culture in the Greater Accra region of Ghana. Thank you very much.
Elections in Kojokrom to choose among our people 2 councillors to represent us at the local council. So, when the results of the poll were announced, it being a rest day and a fine afternoon, and the chief's brother's cousin's funeral rites having just finished the day before, a lot of people turned up to hear what the school teacher, who was also the returning officer, was saying.
In exercise of my duties as assistant returning officer, and in accordance with Regulation 48 of the Local Government Election Regulations, I now announce the result of the election for Ward C of the GaDangmes Local Council.
All this didn't mean very much to us.
Results are as follows. Mr. Johnson, 168 votes.
Mr. Johnson was all right. He was a popular dispenser in the town.
153 votes.
Mr. Owusu, he too was a good man to have.
Votes.
But not everybody was in favor of the local council. Indeed, some people felt very strongly about it all.
New councillors? I pity. You have nothing better to do with your time, my friends. Let them cry no Benyon. As the councillor, we are chosen the councillor. Then cry, Nadam councillors, you are better one am I? Put your room for Musha yo, Musha ye. Nice, the people no ya, well, good man. What could you room her?
I say, you have got to pay rich by all means.
Rich? Pay rich? What for? Not pay them up for down. Why should I give my hard-earned money to some councillors to spend? 7 minutes, I must say, or man, rich, indeed. No, thank you. I want to do my own thing.
Nobody likes paying rates, and Mr. Addo spoke for a lot of people in our town. He only had to mention the word rates to them, and they were out of temper for the rest of the day. That's how Mr. Addo felt just now, and he was going to tell his wife about it. For Mr. Addo's wife was a good listener who knew her place, which was indubitably and beyond question in the house, in the kitchen, and with the children. It grieved Mr. Addo, and it grieved him greatly to find his wife not there. And being a man filled with righteousness, he gave forth to loud indignation. What indeed have rates to do with Mr. Addo's wife being out of the house fetching water?
Oh, Mama. Oh, yeah, on the process, I said, oh, yes, bro. Say, well, I a great woman. Eh? From a bullet. Why are you doing? Eh? Why can you do what can you live in the Sunday being over? Can't let me call you out when I can see a Jamaica. Oh, that's what I'm begging. Don't why can you be saying that I made him? Oh, that's a reference of my apple and go upload. Well, I got them and I pay them and can back when I saw you go. You and I back to go back. Okay, I'm not taking a phone shop, what is she? What you want? Excuse me. I'm the rate collector. You are what? I'm the rate collector. Get out from my house. Why should I pay rent or nothing at all? I don't want to have anything to do. Get out from my house. Get out, I say. I say get out. I don't want to have anything to do with the house. Get out. Get out. I don't want it. Get out.
Nothing whatever to do with anything connected with the council. That's what Mr. Addo had said. Nothing whatever to do with the local council. But the council seemed to haunt him that day. People won't cooperate with us to get things done for Kojo Crew. Mr. Chairman, I suggest that the council be recommended to make an example of these defaulters who will not pay their rate unless our people provide the council with its income. It will not be able even to continue its present work, let alone provide improvements which are being planned. I therefore move that proceedings be taken against these people.
Gentlemen, there is a point of view I wish to put to you. Surely, if certain members of our community are not willing to cooperate with the council, it can only mean that they do not fully realize that the council belongs to them, that it is elected by them to represent them, and that it exists solely to protect their interests and promote their welfare. Furthermore, if such members of the community do exist, Surely the fault lies not in them, but with us, the council itself, for failing in our duty of interesting them in our work.
So may I suggest, gentlemen, before seeking more drastic remedies, that individual councillors shall try having a word with those of the defaulters who live in their wards, hoping to persuade them into becoming willing ratepayers without compulsion.
Perhaps then the treasurer would let us have their names.
Mr. Treasurer.
Mr. Chairman, the names are F. Abdul of Kojokro, Kofi Mensah, Yawunsia, Kobna Bedu, the Firmenu, Kobna Mensah.
So Mr. Owusu determined to visit his old friend, Mr. Ado. But it was clear that Mr. Ado was his friend no longer.
I see. I'm happy about that because I want to speak with you alone. I've been meaning to call for several days, and as I happened to be passing, I thought I would come and tell you.
Tell me? Tell me what, Mr. Owusu?
We were talking of you the other day at the council.
That's all we ever do. Talk.
Your name came up at the finance committee, Mr. Ado. It seems you have carelessly forgotten to pay your rates. And because perhaps you have forgotten yourself, I thought it would be only friendly of me to call and remind you in time, before the treasurer starts to apply for a summons in court.
I did not forget, Mr. Owusu. I don't want to pay them. I don't believe in councils, so I'm not giving them any of my money. Would you pay out money for nothing?
I would find out first if I really was getting nothing for my money. Without your rates, all our rates, the schools would have to close down. The weeding of the town and the clearance of the roads would be abandoned. And even our market and the latrines would be neglected. It would be impossible for us to carry out our program of public works for the community if they were all like you, Mr. Ado.
Public works, programs. Look at this house, Mr. Owusu. Look, and it is like this. Because my wife has spent hours away from it getting water. Do your council people know that the women of the village have to walk every day to the river to get water? Do you think I should pay rates until I have to get my own milk? That's where she is now, walking back with water because we are so busy with our programs. No, Mr. Owusu, you can talk as much as you like. You can't convince me. I can look after my wife and family quite well without the help of the council. So why should they expect me to help them?
Does your wife think so too, Mr. Ado?
I don't know. I've never asked her.
Then let us ask her now, shall we?
Now?
Yes.
She's not here.
I know, let us go and meet her.
She'll think the same as me.
All right, let us go and find her. All right,
Mr. Ado, of course, knew exactly what to do. "Come over here, silly," he shouted to his wife. "Come over here." But once again, his wife was strangely disobedient to his wishes. There was only one thing to do.
Number 2 for this estimate meeting
outline of our estimates for next year, which have been prepared by our committees and for which I ask Council approval. The first item under discussion is something which I know Council will not refuse, namely a sum of £2,000 for the excavation and building of a well and the provision of a pump for a pipe-borne water supply in the village of Kujokrum. This is a project long overdue. I need hardly elaborate here what benefit pipe-borne water would be. Once more, it was a great occasion, and from all over the town, the people came to see what there was to be seen. For this is what the council had done. A water pump for Kujokrum. Yes, a water pump for Kujokrum. Mr. Addo did well to congratulate Mr. Owusu. But some people are never satisfied. They niggle here and question there and carp about this and complain about that, even about a water pump.
Do you know how long it has taken to build this pump? And who built it? Facts are facts, my friend. That is the way the council is wasting our money. You'll be sorry. When you know what all this is costing you, you'll be sorry, my friend. When the rate collector comes round for higher rates.
Leave it to me, said Mr. Addo, who was now completely on the side of the local council. Leave it to me.
Collections of rates and higher rates. More money. And for what? No, make sure my
And he took the stranger by the arm and turned him away from the splendid water pump and led him down the hill, there to speak to him in detail and at length of the theory and practice of local government and the benefit it brings to the citizens, over whom it rules benevolently, wisely, and sometimes well.
It is the first ever school which was built in Ghana.
If this thing goes down, then we'll lose our history.
We are standing in front of the Osu Salem Boys Middle Boarding School. The school traditionally was organized like a little military institution. So the aspect of marching and saluting and parading was all part of it. So these grounds were meant for that. Now, we have to talk about the architecture. You can see it was based on the old German, what they call the Fachwerk. That's the frame building, where you have timber structure and then you fill it with anything. Although the building now looks very old and almost in ruins, according to the building conservator, this structure can stand for the next 100 years. The idea was that the students would have to live together with their teachers to learn not only from the classroom but from everyday life. So the students were informed by what they are taught. They were also formed in their character, in their discipline, their behavior and everything. And of course, everything was based on the Christian sort of teachings.
Looking back now, I can see that the whole object of the training was to make me a good human being. We are taking 5 kids. Please, nobody should carry. Yes, we bring it out.
On Saturdays, in the mornings, the whole school will meet here in groups according to the houses, with the teachers standing over here. And then the seniors will open the books to check those who have misbehaved. They will make you come in. First, they will sing around them, pray for them, and then you'll be given some punishment. Some you have to go and cut grass, or you have to go and make bricks, or you have to go and wash somebody's clothing, and that kind of thing. You know. But it was all part of the discipline which was inculcated in the people, and I'm sure Dr. Ivan Sampo told you about. That's the hallmark of this school. The kids, the people who go through here are supposed to be very disciplined people, and that's the reason why many of them made very good progress in their career development.
We are proud that the first speaker of Parliament, you know, when the Gold Coast became Ghana at the time of independence, was a product of the school. The school has produced many doctors, many lawyers, many academics, and in the education field, I would say that it has been one of the leading institutions.
It's a kind of an anthem, and it's made reference to Osu Salem, Oyomwe. In Ghana, Our Lady, like English alma mater, the good mother, is a Latin word. For us, it's more than an alma mater. It's our mother, you know, our own mother. And we would like to see your own mother dying.
The wood here is spoiled, so we don't. That's why we locked it, so that nobody will enter. Because if you enter, you will go down. See? So we need to change all this. Now we are 189 because we don't have rooms. We used to have a large number. We don't use any of this. So we have some classrooms across the street. That is where we are now. We are hoping and praying that we'll finish this.
If this place goes away, it will describe my identity. I will feel very, very, very horrible, because it is a heritage of which I feel I'm part of it. So if it goes away, I've lost my identity. The 3 years I spent here, you know, became the foundation of my moral, my intellectual, my social development. Now, the values which I learned from here have lived with me. The relationships which I established after 7 years, I still keep the relationships. You know, it's part of my passion to see to it that this heritage will never be destroyed.
There is a tall man living by the coast. He knows more, but he never ever boasts. He sees far every angle of the coast. He's got that strong back and his got still toes. A whole lot of people but watch lost to die. He guided them trying to save with his life, but for crying out loud, he can never wipe out. What's his all? He can't know with the wrong. It will stay in his hurt forevermore. Riddle, riddle, who is this man? Riddle, riddle, who is this man?
Lead by British, 1836, Lighthouse. Lead by British, 1836, 175 years. So why does that do what? We are being just why? Why? Now we are nominating the person who by
on the line. It's automatic. It's automatic. Automatic. Yes. The light give direction for the boats. So you read Jamestown. British, 1836. 1836, British. Yes. 1836.
The sunshine or rain, I bring joy and pain. For years, the laughter and the tears, good or bad, I deliver the word. Across the seas, over the land and through the skies, I fly like a dove.
When the British came here, they came without their spouses and their children, and therefore they realized that there was a need for communication between them and their relatives that they left behind. In those days, as you will know, there were no aeroplanes, nor even steamboats. They have to come with these ships with sails, like Columbus type and those ones. Therefore, it took a lot of time for letters, which were called dispatches in those days, from Britain to get to the then Gold Coast. Therefore, an expatriate officer was established at the Osu Castle, where the governor used to be in charge of these dispatches or mails. And this continued for a long time until around 1840 or so. The British authorities in the Gold Coast at that time, in their judgment, felt that what they called the educated natives, that is the Gold Coasters, were now ripe also to use the services of the post. In 1844, the British actually took a formal control on the Gold Coast. At that time, the British thought that it was time for a black man or an African to take charge of the post office. Therefore, one Mr. Cole, he was a Sierra Leonean, he became the first so-called native or African postmaster of the service. This post office building, as you see here, was opened in 1915. It was a landmark building. You could see it from far off because in those days there were very few buildings in Accra. So about a mile away you can still see the tower. The tower area was the one that was originally built. That wing and the other wing facing the road. But these other ones were added later on, especially around 1968. The post office was very important, as I said, in the British scheme of things. And this post office yard used to be the place where the creme de la creme, at the top of the society, used to gather for their social activities, like dances. In those days, they have dances like waltz, slow foxtrot, quick step, cha-cha-cha, and all that. Yes. So the post office was the center of life in the old days. But maintenance is our problem in these parts of the world. But I believe they will be maintained or even added to. Because if this building was opened in 1915, that's almost 100 years ago, and it's still standing, that's my conviction that even long after we are gone, it will be maintained.
Life is never easy, like you're just ready to pick. If you rush, you go crash and fall into a pit. Slow by sure, you gotta make a hit. Get the secret like the old men who never speak. Be a soldier, take the punches and the blows. Like the fighter who used to fight for survival. Struggling hard to protect one another. Along the coast of Accra, Jamestown, you
have been destroyed. In its place, a prison was built, which is called Accra. The Dutch fort is called Krefke.
The British actually bombarded this very structure for about, I think, 3 or 4 times. And that is why there was this excavation to find out, in the course of this incessant bombardment, what actually happened.
These were prisons that was built by the British colonial administration in the Gold Coast between 1920 and say 1929. And they were built on top of the historic Dutch fort, originally built between 1642 and used till 1868. In the year 1868, the Dutch gave up their old fort to the British. This is an exposure inside the fort of people who were buried in there. These are not European because some of them were decorated with local beads. So we know that they were Africans who were buried in there. These are physical remains. The food which they ate there, both European and African, the food remains of sheep, cattle, goats, some shellfish from the ocean, contain meats that were used for food. Western style of education was practiced in the forts. So it was not just all the time trading, but impartation of European style of education. There were people who spoke Dutch and Danish in the Accra area, and English.
There was this incessant wars between the Europeans themselves and the indigenous people and the Europeans. This is because, as at that time, each and everyone was struggling to capture the market. See, they were trading in these precious minerals like gold, ivory, and others. And so that was the purpose. If the other party overpowers you, what normally happened was that they took the whole thing, and that is whatever you have bought. They took it away. And that is why they built some of these tunnels that we call dungeons in some of the structures. But people normally will say that all the dungeons in the country were built basically to keep slaves there. It is not true. Not all the dungeons were built to keep slaves there. They were built as safekeeping places so that they would keep those precious minerals they were buying. Slavery developed somewhere along the line and they took advantage of it. Before their arrival, we were practicing our own slavery here. You see, the mosque was closer to the church building. So even that one tells you that at that time, religious tolerance was at its best. The declaration normally starts from the top. Looking at what is happening here, it is not safe. Whenever we are walking in here, we watching up because that is where the debris have been falling from. This very prisons has one of the richest history that any country could have. Why? The first president was here when he was released because he won a parliamentary seat, and so they had to release him. Former President Kufuor has been here. Rawlings has been here. Almost most of our politicians were imprisoned one way or the other here. So if somebody can go and kill at South African embassy to pay that dollar, to go to South Africa, to do what? To go to Robben Island, to do what? To have a look at where Mandela was kept. Why not Nkrumah? Okay? So it's as important as that. So we have to maintain it.
Ghana featherweight champ Joe Teti, nearer the camera, leads the way to the ring for his fight with Percy Lewis in Accra Sports Stadium. 15,000 people are there to watch, including President Kwame Nkrumah and his wife, because this is Ghana's first big international professional fight. Former Empire featherweight champion Percy Lewis in the lighter shorts is on top to start with. Trinidad-born, now living in Oxford, Southpaw Lewis has the experience. But Teti's younger and a fighter rather than a boxer. From the third round onwards, he sets the pace. No mistaking the crowd's sympathies, they're rooting for the local chap. Even the climate's on Teddy's side. It's pushing the top off the thermometer, and the Oxford boy just isn't used to it. Teddy drives him against the ropes again and again. The last of the 10 rounds, and Percy Lewis is still bravely on his feet, but only just. And it's half a round to go, and Teddy's all out for a KO. But the ref decides Percy's had enough and stops the fight. So it's a victory for the Ghana champion, Joe Teddy.
The former British colony of Ghana has a grand boxing tradition. In addition to Joshua Clottey, Ghana has produced such luminaries as David Kotel, Ike Quartey, and Hall of Famer Azuma Nelson.
You know, Ghana has produced a lot of great fighters over the years. And Joshua Clottey, when I've talked to him about that, he is very aware of the best guys that have come from his country and wants to emulate them in his own career.
Clottey also shares his countryman's chief trait.
There is a determination here. You can cliche and call it a heart. There is a heart there. These kids come out of Ghana and they can go right on the world stage. They don't even need a holding hanger. They go right out onto the world stage as top-notch, world-ranked fighters. And Joshua Clottey is one of them.
Clottey has known struggle all his life. In his early days as a young fighter, he practiced with subpar equipment.
The gloves that they use to spar can cut off the fighter if the fighter has a fight. See, the gloves and everything is bad. Even the ring that we fought in is not good.
Though his home life was no better, it instilled in Clottey a laser-like focus on his goals.
He had nothing. The kid lived in a room with 15 people, you know, so he had nothing. Now he has something. So the hunger to get even more, to bring it back to his country and his family, to help them have a future. Because without this, none of them would have a future.
Despite the hardships both he and his people face every day, Clottey takes obvious pride in his homeland.
It's a small country. See, but everybody in it are very lovely. It's a very, very peaceful country. And everybody that supports you always want you to be good in the sports. They love victory. They want you to be who. They want you to win your fight, to make them happy. That's the only thing that they want from you.
I think the country relies on these kind of guys to help keep them looking forward, you know, because they have nothing over there.
When Clottey faces Manny Pacquiao inside Cowboy Stadium, all of Ghana will be watching.
They know Pacquiao very, very well because Pacquiao is all over the world.
In all of his previous battles, Clottey has more than held his own, no matter the circumstances. When Clottey fought Antonio Margarito in 2006, he did so with severe injuries to both hands.
And yet, here comes Clottey, coming right on, even with 2 hurt hands, 1 broken, right into the last round. And he's giving as good as he's getting. And yes, he lost, but he was a no-handed fighter that night.
In 2008, the world got to see what a healthy Clottey is capable of when he took on welterweight champion Zab Judah. Like Manny Pacquiao, Judah is a speedy southpaw, but Clottey neutralized Judah's quickness and came away with the title in an impressive showing.
And Joshua Clottey really just took Zab Judah out of his game plan. The speed difference didn't make that much, and Joshua made him quit. And I think that showed to me that Joshua Clottey was a legitimate world-class welterweight.
From Accra, Ghana, Joshua.
The victory made him a hero to his people in Ghana.
Yeah, I mean, listen, parades they give him. He goes to the president's palace. I mean, they treat him like, you know, like a king. Because he strived for that belt, and he brought the belt home for his country.
Then came his bout against Miguel Cotto. The two collided last June in New York's legendary Madison Square Garden on the eve of the Puerto Rican Day Parade, an annual event that draws thousands of Puerto Rican fans to cheer on one of their own, Cotto. Initially, Clottey was taken aback by the enormity of it all, but he soon accepted the scope of the fight as a sign that he'd finally made it.
I love the crowd, the way they're shouting. That makes you a boxer. that makes you somebody in the game.
Clotty proved he deserved to be there, displaying both his defense and punching power.
Kodo knows that if he stay there, I'll keep throwing. He'll keep hitting me. That's why I keep running out.
Despite his tremendous efforts, a controversial split decision gave Cotto the victory. Many felt it should have gone the other way, including Manny Pacquiao, who was in the crowd that night, sizing Cotto up in advance for his own fight.
And I think that fight, I thought Clottey won the fight.
I thought he won. It was a controversial loss to Cotto. And if you looked at the two fighters' faces after that, and you hadn't heard yet the judges' scorecards, there was no question in your mind's eye that Clotty was the winner.
I mean, he was beat up beyond belief, you know, at the end of the fight when I saw him.
It was just one more example of the edge Clotty has walked between victory and defeat.
He's done very well against the best fighters when he's faced them, whether it's Margarito or Judah or Cotto. I mean, the reality is, if you take those three fights, which are his biggest fights, he has the win against Judah. He could certainly have the win against Cotto, and if he doesn't get injured, maybe he's 3-0 against those three guys.
There will be no opportunities for maybes or second guessing of any kind inside Cowboy Stadium on March 13th. When Clotty touches gloves with Manny Pacquiao, he will have to summon every ounce of instinct, intellect, and courage he possesses, and combine them all to make the showing of his life.
On the surface, they appear an odd couple. One is a boxer who overcame the poverty of the streets. The other a professor who benefited from the wealth of a family of diplomats. But despite their differing backgrounds, Dr. Oko Kwatikwe is not only Azumah Nelson's manager, he's also his best friend.
My relationship with Dr. Oko is incredible. I mean, it's fantastic. I'm very happy to get somebody like him, because, he feels. He feels for me and I feel for him.
That boy's a killer. Throughout the years, I've developed this relationship with Azumah, and I think nobody can take that away from us now. And everybody in boxing realizes that, because everywhere I go, if they call Azumah, they call me. If they call me, they call Azumah. As a matter of fact, back home, most people think I'm his father.
Back home, for both Nelson and Dr. Oko, is Ghana's capital city of Accra. It is here, on a West Coast African beach, that Azumah and his trainer, Jose Buffalo Martin, are once again preparing to go into battle. Throughout his career, Azumah Nelson has been likened to an African warrior. Since he comes from Ghana, it's an inevitable analogy, but it's one Azumah would like to lay to rest.
Accra is like New York. A lot of people, a lot of traffic. You cannot see tiger, you cannot see tiger in Accra. Or, if you go into the bush, you can't see tiger. You see tiger in the zoo.
Another thing you can't see in Accra is a world championship bout. For that, Azumah and Dr. Oko have to leave Africa, and this has limited the reach of Nelson's reputation.
You have to have a home base. Azumah doesn't have a home base. I try to promote him, back home, and I always lose money. But, traveling to people's backyard, fighting here, there, you don't have a home base. So you can't even build the support. It bothers him, but there's not much he can do about it, because I believe that's the way it is, and that's the way it's going to be.
It's been that way ever since a then unknown Nelson came to America to fight Salvador Sanchez in 1982. At the time, many considered Sanchez the world's best boxer, but the fight turned out a lot closer than anyone would have expected. Eventually, Sanchez prevailed, but in losing, Azumah Nelson gained a tremendous amount of respect. Sometimes he misses Sanchez, who died in an automobile accident soon after that fight.
That's what pains me, that Sanchez died. But he rests in peace, though. He's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. It pains me that he dies, because I have to prove to him that nobody can beat me.
Over the years, Nelson has been able to establish his invincibility in the ring. But it is outside the ring where Nelson has turned out to be a bigger winner, both in his friendship with Dr. Oko and his relationship with his countrymen in Ghana.
Asma has a quality which you have to understand. He's a very sympathetic guy because of his background. He relates to the poor. He still hasn't forgotten where he came from, which to me is a very, very good quality.
I wish one day you come to Ghana and see how popular I am, you know, how the people love me. If I lose, I don't care, but I care for my people. You know how the way you people love your American flag, that's the same way I love my flag too, because I'm from Ghana. You know, I cannot let my flag down. You know, if I let my flag down, I let my people down.
Better to smile, because in Bookham there's no running from a fight. Once the line is drawn, even boys must stand their ground in the tough heart of Accra, Ghana's capital. A crowd grows quickly and won't accept a backward step. But these 11-year-olds are willing and fight in whatever gloves they can get. Boxing is in their blood and social standing is at stake. The crowd's excitement breeds pressure. Each boxer has an extended camp of supporters riding on every punch, itching to throw a few of their own. Everyone immersed in the action is from the Ga tribe. Its people live throughout Accra and the city's surrounds, but only in the small enclave of Bookham is boxing a way of life central to their identity. As a boy, a scratched-out ring gave ETA Abbey his first experience of the Bookham boxing phenomenon. Now he's an expert in Ga culture.
The other tribes, the other ethnic groups, are afraid to fight to see blood oozing. But we take delight in fighting. And if you feel like boxing, all you have to do is to clench your fists, roll it in the air, put it on your head, and shout "do-do-do-do-do." If anybody wants to fight you, or he feels he can fight you, he will also respond "OIA," then you start fighting.
Like 95% of Ghana's boxing squad, 19-year-old Olympian Alfred Teti first proved himself in Bookham. And he finds no mystery in the fact that class fighters and world champions like Azuma Nelson had their beginnings on his town's poor streets. It has always been that way.
Our forefathers, they are there already to go. Their ghost is there. So when you started boxing from there, they follow you. When you're going to fight, they all follow you to going to fight. You know? They all follow you to going to fight. So they give you more strength to fight.
ETA Abbey adds that Bookham's boxing spirit has just as much to do with the pride of the living and the lessons they teach their children.
You see, because you shouldn't go home and tell the parents that I was beaten by this and so forth. It's a shame. So you have to fight. And that's how we have been trained. We are trained to defend ourselves. So even in the ring, it's a shame to be beaten and go back.
Alfred Teti knows that. He had his first fight on the streets at 11. He won and kept on winning. Keen to become someone through boxing, he began to train seriously after his third victory. Up at 4:30 each morning, he put in 2 hours before school. By the end of lessons at midday, he was cutting hair in his brother's barber shop. His wages paid for a coach who sharpened his street skills in a backyard gym. After training, Alfred was back for another stint working the clippers until he went to bed at about 9. But 5 years of hard work paid off. In 1996, all eyes were on Alfred Teti as the 16-year-old won 3 fights in Atlanta. He says the Olympic judges robbed him of a medal chance, but with Sydney on the horizon, he hasn't lowered his sights.
Yeah, if I take Olympic gold, I think I'll feel so happy. So now I want to prove myself to these Olympian Games. I have to take gold for Ghana.
Each weekday, Ghana's best amateur boxers join each other at Accra Stadium for Olympic squad training. Like Alfred, almost all call Bookham home, and their bond is obvious. But from a squad of 30, only a few will see Sydney in 2000. Competition for an Olympic spot is fierce. Athletes are expensive to send overseas, and Ghana's whole 1998 Commonwealth Games team in Kuala Lumpur numbered only 31. A Cuban, Miguel Perez Castellanos, came to Western Africa in 1995 to coach Ghana's boxing team. He's learnt the Bookham boys' language and barks instructions in a broken mixture of Ga and English, all the while watching for the trademarks of a medal winner. Miguel knows his fighters love boxing. They rip into each other, and some would rather throw punches than worry about headgear or mouth guards. They're all talented and hungry for success. 1 gold and 3 bronze medals in 1998 at Kuala Lumpur ranked the team 4th in the Commonwealth. Apart from their Bookham background, the boxers have something else in common. They're all poor. Each trains morning and night, but few have any regular income. Miguel is never sure whether they've got enough money to eat properly or how long he can hold them in the amateur ranks. The lure of the professional circuit and actually getting paid to fight is strong. Few of the boxers would easily dismiss the notion of fighting for a purse, no matter how good their prospects of an Olympic medal. And that's a real problem. Preparation of amateur fighters in developed countries may run from 4 to 6 years. Miguel says he can only count on 12 months of training with any of his boxers. In that way, Alfred Teddy is an exception. He already has Olympic experience, and at 19, he's still young enough to build a long professional career. But for all Ghana's amateur boxers, Olympic success is seen as the first step towards making a living in the ring. What's more, each of them want to add to the legend of Bookham boxing. And according to the Olympic Committee, that's an advantage that Ghana's representatives will have over the rest of the world in Sydney 2000.
When they know they can make it, that is their major motivation. Learning from the past heroes, the Azumas, the Aikwatis, the others who have ever come from those areas. You see, these people get just one single motivation. Yes, our man who comes from our midst has made it. We can also make it.
Within a small, unassuming corner of Accra lives a community of athletes and spectators with a common obsession like boxing. Today, I take you to Bookham and Jamestown, the heart of boxing in Ghana.
Listen. You must respect the old man. Who knew more? Now I used to above me. I can't be Jimmy.
Where what to avoid? What Lugu sports? What to rugby? What to Lugu? Well, I got talent to give us in. Or bossing what can she want of him? Well, I got field training. My family Baba like a banyo. What
I believe in practical. It's good that you can go to school. But let me tell you today, anybody who will tell you, he said you go to coaching course, it's good that you can go to coaching course. But the bosses who fight, like Muhammad Ali, Joe Fraser, and they write something about book.
Okay.
You see, so people go and learn. But boxing is a talent. I believe in practical, not theory.
I heard the news about 2 boxers. Yeah, some King Kong and Malik Jabe. That is 1999, getting to 2000. So I think that people, if when it is straight fight, they can fit me. Why right now they go outside fight, get money? So I tell myself that me too, I can make it.
We have so many street boys in Jamestown. We want to put them into boxing so that them life should not come into shaking. Why? Because sports is now the sports can take you to any place at all. Someone like Joshua Clotte, Anyetel Lai, Ayekote, and Azuma Anderson, they are from Jamestown.
The whole Ghana, we have about 18 clubs in this Ashedo Kata. Apart from here, my brother, there is no gym in like Nima. There is no gym like Newtown. There is no gym like Odoko. There is no gym in like Kaneshi. So how can you go there and train there? So if somebody wants to learn boxing, you have to come to Jamestown or go to Buko.
Eyin kan shi wa wan eleni wa eyin otun mo ni no mi ba so yi akeke etun bo ni eno le e ba femini ege eyin ke gedumo se ro akeko tuwe wa no o le ni e ba tun bo ni e ba yibo ni pa tun bo ni ke tun bo e no le na yibo e o te na yibo e pa be agba bremi jime ro smonu yin asisue mo ro wo smonu wo femini wo na win ke ba jime.
I'm a bishop. What's the world champion? No getting for Shagamaka. If you can't train out, you can't get there. And it's very hard to wake up early in the morning to go jogging, but you have to try and do it. That will let you make champion.
I get training me before you. I get came to Moshia in Dumoshia Pami and I get Mogomogoneba. I get will be a many get no failing check. Let me charm I got me banana polenche. I'm sure me be. Nimita we are fake clever. I can move your money baba. I should get say about such an
Listen.
20 wins out of 20 fights, with 19 coming by way of
last Saturday's fight between Uruguay's Rodriguez and Ghana's Brima Kamako was one that the Ghanaian was too sure to win, and he proved it when he mounted the ring. Bukom had predicted a 10-round bout long before the fight, but he reduced it to 4, sending his opponent to the canvas right from round 1.
That is start the fight. I see the guy be small guy. He can't fit Bukom. I'll do Florence and the thing is we go too much. Stopping earlier on, because I see the vice president, the ministers over there. I'll do everything fast, and I'll go home to sleep.
After the fight, it's time to relax. We chanced on the boxer eating his favorite food, banku, with his fans at the famous Bukom Square.
Come on, join us, my people.
The boxer will resume training after a 2-week break. His next encounter is scheduled for August in Accra, and his opponent will be the IBF light heavyweight title holder Yusuf Mark from the US.
I'll train hard because the weight 30 is a big 30 for everybody. I want to train 3 times a day, early in the morning, afternoon, and evening. I want to train all the time.
Bukom Banku hopes to tap the expertise of seasoned world fighters like Azuma Nelson and Joshua Clottey to put him in an advantageous position ahead of his fight. Joyce Midley, GTV Sports.
Kamoko, also known as Bukom Banku, this morning retained his World Boxing Organization WBO Africa Light Heavyweight title at the Accra Sports Stadium. Banku was declared winner after his Ugandan challenger Hamza Wandera retired in the third round of the scheduled 12-round bout. Wandera, who had earlier vowed to end Bukom Banku's unbeaten run and strip him of his title, retired in a bizarre fashion. Wandera began the bout with a series of hard punches which dazed and sent Banku to the canvas. But Banku found his rhythm in the third round and unleashed some deadly punches to the body of his opponent. Fearing the worst, Wandera opted not to box again. Referee Roger Bano, after consultations with ringside officials, ended the fight. The win makes Banku undefeated in 23 fights, and it has also positioned him to get a crack at the world title against WBO light heavyweight champion Nathan Cleverly. The biggest source of energy is that generated by the
I see that difficult, but it's not difficult. I know that I will stop him. Yeah, he don't have it. Let me say, boss, he's tired. He's tired. He know that I'll die him. Yeah, he feared me. He saved his life.
I protected my life. Kamako was going to hurt me more in the ring. Without the referee warning him. That's why I had to leave the fight. Next time, if they call an international referee that is not Kamako's man, I'll box good and I promise to knock him out.
Brima Kamoko, aka Bukom Banku, yesterday yet again took his boxing fans to another level at the Accra Sports Stadium to defend his WBO Africa lightweight title. Banku practically thrilled his supporters.
The night, dubbed the moment of truth, was not only about boxing. As we expected from the man of many sides, Bukom Banku's entrance into the boxing ring was again phenomenal. Then his other side took its turn with a display of his Azonto dance moves. His Ugandan opponent, Hamza Wandera, had no choice but to join him. The special pose was for the national anthem. Enjoying all of Banku's moves, GTV Entertainment News found out why the sewing machine is standing on the bread.
In Bamaka, I come to sew in the but you know you get a card. The bread is a spiritual bread. It's a daily bread. Daily bread is my spiritual bread.
The community, the society, Bukom, the life. There's people think that people in Bukom are not very. They don't want to go and do work, and you know, is it true or is a wrong?
It's true. It's true.
Why is that?
You see, when you call Bukom, some people think about we are rough guys. You understand? But Buko, if you come Buko, yeah, you have to use come Buko. You
I'm
see,
always there. It's cool.
You see the beautiful girls, strong. You know, we don't have job. We don't have job to do it.
Right.
Yeah, we don't have anything.
So what about your leaders, the church leaders, the politicians, the parliamentarians? You have some people, strong people, big men.
People. I have strong people in
Bukom. So
Bukom.
Why are they not helping?
I don't know. They use me to make a politics in Ghana. When I finish, they don't look you again. Or me myself, I'll look my boss in. I'll stop politics because I think politics is a foolish game. I want to.
But
I want to think about my profession.
Yeah, but people say there's money in politics.
Money in politics. If money in politics,
do you know a poor politician?
You die.
The politicians, you know a poor one. They are all rich.
Yeah, I know that Takikome is a poor man. Right now, he's a rich man. We MP, he's a poor man, but right now he's a rich man.
Oh, what about you? Don't you want to go into politics one day?
Oh, I'm not going to politics again, please.
Why? It didn't help you.
Hey, it didn't help me.
You were not paid to do the campaign.
Oh, you don't pay me any nothing. Because of Nilante, I'll do NDC. Nilante Vanapo, I'll follow the
You like him?
NDC. She's me, Buko, I'm not a politician.
You like Nilante Vanapo?
Yeah, I like Nilante Vanapo. And anywhere Nilante going, I'll follow him. That was, I'm going to make a politician. Buko, right now I'm stopped because I want everybody like me in Ghana. I don't want somebody like me have, somebody like me have. No, I'll stop the politics.
Because when
and
you
I give my gumption to my profession. And I got money to look my daughters and my son and my wife and my mother.
That's right.
And my family. I stop politics.
Are you going to marry again or the three
wives?
wives?
I know, the three is okay. I don't want married again.
Talking about that, last year there was reports in the newspaper on the radio that you had a problem with one of your wives, and one of them, you were allegedly to have slapped her or to beat her. What can you clear the air? This is an opportunity for you to tell us what happened and what happened.
Oh, my wife is no respect. It's no respect me. When I talk, you also talk. Me, I don't like that. Me, I give you money. Me, you did for my house. And when I say something, you say yes. I have small girl. You see me, small girl on the road. Yeah, he beat the small girl. But I don't like the idea. I talked to him. He slapped me. My wife slapped me. Because he slapped Bukumbaku. Because I'm a boss, I can't throw my hand. He slapped me. So slap him. Just 4 lessons. It's no point. just 4 lessons. It's no point. When I punch, I'm going to go die him.
But so that was something, but I'm sure you will not do that again.
Oh, I can't do it again. I apologize to my wife.
And you never hit a woman again.
We continue our love.
Okay, and you never hit a woman again.
Yes, yes.
So tell us, you talk about love. You like a lot of romance. I hear you're very romantic, and you're a poet. You do poetry. You've been doing poetry, music. Give us a bit of your examples, you know, some of your famous poems, and explain them to us.
My English,
the poetry, the Ghana and the English.
I said, empty calabash cannot sink in the river, which means chende follow nye kaya numshi. Ona. Chende follow nye kaya numshi.
Where do you get this from? How do you?
Listen, I don't hear English properly. Well, God give me that things. Yeah.
It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Do you think maybe apart from singing, maybe you should write a book?
Yeah, yeah.
Bukum Proverbs by Brian Makamoko?
Yeah.
Because you do it just like that. You didn't go to school for it.
Yeah, if you like, you can help me to do it.
Sure.
This, I will write my English on the book and you sell it. We get money. And I write film, Big Trouble in Little Buku. And the bottle. I need help.
You've written films?
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're looking for somebody to produce them?
Oh.
Right. And what about the singing, your singing career? How far is that, your music?
You tell me already you can help me to come out. But you don't call me again. Yawopo for Accra.
Oh.
Yes.
Maza.
You tell me that you help me. My album come out. Anytime we talk about the music.
But where's your album?
But you don't call me again. My album day for my house.
But you travel to USA?
Oh, forget about the USA. I talk you pound to pound. Yeah.
And did you call me?
If you help me, I'll come. They know my name printing. They know me printing. I want the people know me like Obama.
But you went to America. When you came back, what happened?
America?
Yes.
Oh, nothing will happen.
But what did you go and do in America?
I'm going to do a surgery. And right now I'm free. I'm free, no fault again.
So tell us about the problem that you had with the surgery.
I have a cataract.
A cataract?
Yeah.
On your eye?
I go to and I go to America to correct that things. Right now I'm free. I come to fight the 30th January.
You know, before you went, people were saying that you can't fight again.
Yeah, when I fight, I will blind.
Yes.
What blind?
That's the medical report.
Oh, the doctor he said that is not the eye doctor. It's not the eye doctor. It's an abortion doctor. They tie me already. That's when they do that.
Why do you say that? That's a serious allegation.
It's an abortion doctor.
Yeah, we can't.
It's not a high doctor. And why you tell somebody that if you fight again you will blind? No. I know what is going on.
What is going on?
Oh, Yawopo Fankra. I know what is going on. I know some people go to the meeting, they do that. I know. I know in my head back.
So what happened? Why would those people be working against a boxer like you?
I don't know.
Did you
because of my name.
You offended?
They tell us my name. I make me. Bossy, nobody can feed me. When I come to the ringside, music, everything, you know me already. They jealous my name, Bukom Banku. And abundance of water, the foolish man must be tasted. A river cannot flow into the forest without bringing down the trees. The road you pass, some people are passed already. They are hand off his life. So anything you want, if you get, there is no beggars on the road.
So all these poems are your poems?
Yeah, it's my own problem.
Fantastic. So do you want
I have more.
Do you want to go to school or go to the university and talk to them, lecture them, explain your poetry to them?
Yeah, Opo Franka, if you know somebody in university, you can push me to go there to teach them. Because they like my English in Ghana. Boss more English here.
Yeah, I like English.
Yeah.
So what's next for Bukom Banku? After you're preparing, you're going to start training.
I'm preparing for fight. After 30th June, I'll go to America again in February.
To train?
Yeah.
Where's your manager, your trainer?
My manager is in New Fiboam.
Your former trainer?
Oh.
Kaloko.
It's my former trainer. It's not my trainer.
Is everything okay? You guys?
No, I sacked him.
You sacked him? Why?
Yeah. I'm big more than him. Yes.
So who's fantastic?
Ghana, yeah, we don't have the good managers. So, yeah. They watch you 1 year, 2 years. Now, if you call the manager, switch off. I want to go America.
Before you go?
If you want to see the fighters, you go to America. You see Agboko and Joshua Crotty. Yeah, they are the good bosses. They have the good promoters and the good managers. They push on to be a world champion. I also want to be a world champion because they know my name.
You're 32, so what is your...
When I reach 40 years, boss, I'll stop.
40 years? You think you can box to 40?
Oh, I'm boss.
And when you're training, what do you eat? You can't eat your banku and goat, or you eat...
After the training, no banku, fangra.
And there's no problem?
Oh, I don't get any problem. When I eat banku, I get more power in my body. When I don't eat banku, I can't train.
Ah.
Yeah.
What about drink? You don't drink?
Oh, I don't like drink. I don't like drink. No need to drink. I'm a pot of banku. You understand me?
No, explain. To me and the viewers.
I can't speak in English.
But people are watching, they don't hear your dialect, so you have to try and break it. Like the way you do it very well. The way you've been doing the poetry is fantastic.
My poem.
It's great. You have some more poems. Tell us, before we finish the show, let's have more of your poems.
Woman without no man. Woman without no man is like a river without a source.
Wow. That's deep, huh? You see, you should put this, like I said, in a book. My producer, Theo, she'll help you.
If you help me, I like it. You
see my producer, Theo? This one.
The lady. I love him.
You love her?
Yeah.
As a sister?
No sister.
What?
I love him, he's my wife.
Oh, no. You want to... Number
Why?
4?
Eh?
Number 4?
Yeah, if you number 4 come, say he play 4 for me. Oh, I have the goalkeeper, I have the 2 defenders.
Then you should play 4.
If you play 4.
Charlie, give me more poems. I want more poem. The one about the white shirts.
A man can never be careful unless he buy a new car and a white shirt.
Why? I don't understand that.
Shirt white there. If you throw something, you make careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
The only foolish dog ran after the flying bird.
Foolish dog?
And the only foolish dog ran after the flying bird.
Okay. Because you can't catch the bird.
Yeah.
You sing for your wives?
I have sing for my wife.
You sing music?
Yeah.
What do you sing to them?
Africa lady Echinye, Ghana lady Otobia, how me muna Obagbe milu, semedi ubaba nukasa, na wudu wana shemu bibi ayemi banku enogo femi.
You've got a very good voice as well, huh? That's fantastic. But you've come out with a CD, right?
No.
Not yet?
It's in my house.
You've got a football team. It's not just about boxing and singing. You've also got an under-12, under-14 football team. Tell us how you got involved in that.
I have an under-12. I prepare him to go forward. Right now, we need managers to help that small boys to go forward. Under-17 or Starlet or Blaster. We have the future, but if we don't have somebody to help, but Bukom boys, we have the future. You too, you know.
But who's the assemblyman, MP?
Assemblyman and MP, if you call them, they don't respond to your call. This time, I'll stand assemblyman. It's not my power. The people there for Bukom say they like me to go. So I prepare to go assemblyman next year.
What about the children in Bukom, the small boys, the small girls? What do they need now? Because we go there and you see a lot of them are walking about, loitering.
Right now, we lack education. Yeah.
But you said you don't like to go to school.
That is me. It's not Bukom people. It's me. I don't like school because of my boss.
But now, if you have money, would you go back to school to educate yourself? No?
When a teacher misbehave, maybe I'll slap him. I don't like school. School.
But what about someone like
I'm grow.
Azuma? He educated himself. He started no education.
Azuma likes school.
Very little.
Azuma and Aikwote, they go to school.
But you don't like school?
But me, Bukom, I don't like school.
That's not good.
I put my gum shed to bossing.
What about your children?
My children, I will use my own money to go a computer school. But I tell you already, my children go to school. I, Bukom, I don't like school.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be traveling around the world, you have to go to UK, US, Germany, Sweden, wherever it is to fight, you need to read your contract, you know, so that nobody will cheat you.
I know. When they write in English, I will say it.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. So nobody can cheat you contract.
Oh, me, nobody can teach my contract. Yeah.
You know, the Black Stars, they've qualified to the World Cup in South Africa.
Yeah.
I know you go and watch them play. What do you think about the Black Stars, the Black Satellites?
Yeah, I like
Appiah, he's not far from you. Stephen used to...
Steve Appiah is my best friend.
Yeah.
And Michael Eisen and Derek Boati, they know me already. Yeah.
They used to visit you, your buddies.
Oh, I visit him anytime when he come.
Capito.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah. His friend, like, his best friend is sitting behind of me. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So what are your final words to Ghanaians? Those who are watching you, they're not sure who's Bukom Banku. You've told them a little bit. What do you like to tell them before we go?
I want to tell the Ghanaians, they pray for me. I want to be a world champion. Only world champion I like. When I take the title today and tomorrow, they take it. I like it. I want to be a world champion because everybody know me that I'm a good boxer in Ghana.
You want to taste it?
Yeah, I want to be a world champion. I want to tell the Ghanaians, everybody pray for me. I come back to be a world champion for Ghanaians.
Thank you.
And
Bankueba. We didn't talk about religion. Are you a Muslim? Are you a Christian? Are you a Buddhist?
Oh, I'm a Muslim. Maliza is a Muslim. Brahma Kamugwa. I'm a Muslim. My wife, they pray for Allah.
I see.
Yeah.
So, before we go, very finally, give us some nice poetry. Let's go home and let's enjoy some poetry, before we go.
You say I'm a rap?
Yeah, you want to rap? Yeah. Sing and rap. You've got some nice songs over there.
I say when I go to bed, I'm thinking about my loving. If I do you something, sweetie, don't worry. I say when I go to bed, I'm thinking about my loving. If I do you something, sweetie, don't worry. The way she's talk to me, I dey love you. The way she's talk to me, I dey like you. Say Bankueba.
Bankueba.
Are you oda nena menena? Menenu.
I like the rap. Continue. That's a good one.
Are you oda nena menena? Menenu. Enele Bankueba. Bankueba. Enele Bankueba. Jango komo. Mi na tele ni abo mi ni na mi ni mo. The rap is a rap.
The rap is a rap.
The rap is a rap. Say
and it's a rap. Thank you very much. It's a big rap. I've been talking to Brahima Kamoko. Very enthralling, very revealing, and that's the way we wrap it up today. I can't say more. Take more or add more to it. Bukom Banku has been on Reveal. Thanks for joining us, and let's do it again next week.
Hello.
How is it?
Fine. As usual.
Yeah, as usual.
Drum.
Madam, oyalo.
Baba, olórí ẹ̀fọ́ ààyè.
Ó fà lọ́ọ́ ìrà dán champion.
Ẹnìkan ṣùnú bí ẹ̀ náà, máa ń yàn mí gẹ́fẹ́ wẹ́ẹ̀dì.
Oh my God. I'm really surprised that you joined us in this short bus.
Oh, no problem. I'm a big man, but I humble myself. I'm sitting behind of you. We are all equal. Human being equal, equality before the law.
Yes.
Yeah. Champion. Shemu. Yeah. We are all equal. Correct.
Let them say.
Champion.
Wow, hold on. Baba,
Great. Cough now on. Cough now.
Champion. If you know the place, show us. I'm hungry. If you misbehave, I will punch your face. You never forget to your cow. Because when your head is big, anytime your neck is tired, I warning you, it's my favorite warning.
Champion, I beg you, don't punch. The place I'm showing you soon, Mangua.
Kemu.
Baba. Baba, look your forward. Every pete be pete. You are a big lawyer. Thank you. Intelligent. They swagger. The man is here. Thank you. Creativity. Thank you. Everything I have. My name. They hold them. Brahma. Come on. Every pete be pete. Every pete be pete. Anything you want. There's no beggars on the road. Be pete. Let me log along. Let me log along. Let me log along.
Hello, my name's Angel. And my name is Quincy. And we're going to show you how to count in Ga from 1 to 10. Ekome, Enyo, Ete, Edwe, Enomo, Epa, Pawo, Panyo, Nehu, Yuma.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, I salute you. A lot of people have asked me to teach them how to speak my native tongue, which is Ga. For a long time, they have been pressurizing me and anointing me. So I decided to make this video, Ga tutorial. First thing I'm going to teach you is the bad word, the curses. Because like any language, before you learn how to say the bad things first. So when somebody see you and they curse you out and you understand in my language, first thing you do is give them fuckings. So you are probably wondering what is this on my head. The reason for this, it was inspired by the rap that the women put on. You know, so I try to do different things with my head. So I walked around the whole day like this and people was looking at me like, what is wrong with this particular guy? I'm not crazy. I have a lot of mind. So let's move on to the tutorial. The first word I'm going to teach you is onye. Onye. Just like this channel right here, your mother. What I mean? Onye means your mother. Onye. Say it with me. When I say it, you say it. Onye. Say it. Onye. Onye. Meaning your mother. Okay, I hope you got that. Practice it. Keep watching this video. Repeat it. I want you to understand. Because I'm going to teach you all the stuff that I say. So when you watch my gun videos, you can understand and vernacularize with me. The next word is onye saw me. Listen to it. Onye saw me. Onye saw me. Onye saw me. Meaning your mother's tuning. Your mother's under. See, I don't want to say the word, the proper English word. Your mother's under, the tuning of your mother. Meaning, onye saw me. You understand? The next one, onye guna. The correct word is duna. Duna. But me I say guna, the bush way. Onye guna. Onye guna. Onye guna. Your mother's backside, your mother's duna, your mother's ass, your mother's nyash. Onye guna. Onye guna. Onye guna. Tale, jeme. Right there. Jeme. Or you can just say jeme. Or jeme. Meaning, get out of here. Get out of here. Go where you there. Like, get out of here. Jeme, ya jeme. Jeme, ya jeme. Jeme, ya jeme. Or you can just say jeme. The next one. Kwe, obumo. Or you can even say like the song. Kwe, bodenche obumo na. Kwe, bodenche obumo. Kwe, bodenche obumo. Obumo, meaning you don't respect. Kwe, you don't respect. Kwe, bodenche obumo. Bodenche obumo. Okay, now let's move on to like the greeting. When you meet a guy, if they ask you something, you have to know how to reply. Like you meet me, I said, tell your thing. Listen to this. A lot of times people will ask you that, and I'm going to teach you the response. But yeah, I want you to understand, and we're going to teach you how to also say that. Tell your thing, meaning how are you doing? Tell your thing. Say it. Tell your thing. Say it again. Tell your thing. One more time. Hey, saw me. Tell your thing. Tell your thing. How are you doing? If somebody asks you that, you say Inye Ojoba. In, meaning like me. In. You don't say me. You can even say me in your Ojoba. You can say Inye Ojoba, meaning I am well, I am good. Inye Ojoba. Inye Ojoba. Ba. Inye Ojoba. Inye Ojoba, meaning I am good. Inye Ojoba. And then you also ask the person, Nibo Huen. Or you can just say Nibo Huen. Meaning in yourself, Nibo Huen. Nibo Huen. Te o your thing. Ona. Ona means you know. Ona. You know. Ona. You know. Be ona. No ni mean to my chon boy. When a class said ni woba walk be na ye be. No ni pani ma chon ye walk a bawa be. Meaning, I hope you understood what I said. The reason why we are here, the class, we are going to stop it right here. Nya kaseya no ni inchonye mene. Go learn what I've taught you today. Ni wase wo baba ekon ye ni mo gbe ami. Ni wo bakase more. Wo bakase pi. We are going to leave and hope to come back in God's name to learn more. So, what we learned today is Onye saw me. Onye bunao. I have to say it to you. Your mother's saw me. Your mother's tuning and your mother's backside. Onye saw me. Ke onye guna. Bye bye. What's going on, people? This is your favorite African and chosen one, the voice of Africa, DJ Naya, Mr. Womami, Mr. Chopper. Mr. Chopper. Say it with me. Chopper. I chop things. I chop mothers. Chop mothers dry. I chop mothers. Fathers cry when I chop mothers. Husbands cry when I chop girlfriends and wives. Boyfriends cry when I chop their girlfriends. Kids cry when I chop their mothers. I'm here for a reason. This is Gown tutorial part 2. I did the first part and a lot of people send me messages. They want me to do another one. So today I'm here to teach you more Gown. The first Gown I'm going to teach you is go. Go in Gown is ya, ya, go, ya. Say it, ya. Not like the name Yao. Ya, ya. Put some emphasis on the ah, ya. You get it? Now, when you go, you shall come. So, ba, come, ba, come, ba, be, come here, ba, come, ba, be, come here. Say it, ba, be, ba, be, ba, come, come, come. Can you come? And when you come, sit down. Tashin. Tashin, oh, tashin. Do you hear what I'm saying? Tashin means sit down. Sit down, oh, sit down. Tashin. Tashin. When you sit down, you shall get up. Tashin. Tashin. Tashin, oh, tashin. Get up. Tashin. I'm teaching you Gown. When you are up, Are you hungry? Omo yebo. Homo in yebo. Homo yebo. Say it with me. Homo yebo. Eh? Homo yebo is a question. Means, are you hungry? Are you hungry? If you're hungry, that means Omo yemi. Omo yemi. My stomach is grinding. The mechanical engineering of my stomach is turning. Omo yemi. I'm hungry. Omo yebo. Question. Are you hungry? Omo yemi. Answer. Am I hungry? Omo yemi. I am hungry. 3 ways of saying it. You ask the question, then you answer it. You might ask the person back, oh, do you mean omo yemi? Do you mean am I hungry? Yes, I am hungry. Omo yemi. Homo in yemi. Homo yebo. Bo. Bo means you. Bo. Bo. Me. Me. Me in Ghana in English is the same. Eh? Me. E. Me. You. Bo. Bo. Le. Him. Them. Them. Le. Le. You mean le. That means the other person. Le. Me. Bo. You. Le. Them. I'm teaching you how to speak my native tongue. So, after teaching you these small ones, I want you to learn it. It was several more that people desperately want me to teach them. The first one is, Madam, you are a sexy goat. That's what somebody wanted me to teach them. You ne oheye for tomato. You ne oheye fell tomato. That means, excuse me, ma'am, you are a beautiful goat. You are beautiful like a goat. You ne oheye fell tomato. To is goat. Goat. You see, I always say I like goat meat. Tolo. Tolo is goat meat. To. To. Say it. To. Goat. Goat meat. Tolo. Low is meat. Meat is low. Eh? Do you like it? Eh? You like tolo? Do you like tolo? Do you like tolo in Ghana is osumo tolo alo osumo tolo. Do you like tolo? Osumo tolo. Osumo tolo. Eh? Nonsense. Don't play with me, oh. Don't play with me, oh. Don't play with me, oh. See it. It means don't play with me. Don't play with me. Another one. Somebody want to know, how do you say I will give you fuckings in Ghana? Imajabo fuckings. Majabo fuckings. See it. Majabo fuckings. I will give you fuckings. I will give you fuckings. In Ghana, majabo fuckings. I'll go jar you fuckings. I will jar you fuckings. You won't make a jar you fuckings. Oto majabo fuckings. Do you want me to give you fuckings? Otawa ni majabo fuckings. It's a question. Do you want me to give you fuckings? Otawa ni majabo fuckings. That's it for today. Pay me and I'll teach you more. You people, you pay to learn Spanish. You don't want to pay to learn Ghana. Fuckings. Majabo fuckings. Oh, sorry, madam, sorry.
Nice one, man.
I'm happy to see you, man. Oh, Pada. For Castro the Destroyer. In Kakosia, 150 BKK. Yes, sir, it is spoiling things. We're killing it.
Akosia cafe bulu ani.
Quiet. Mana, kaji. Onu.
Eka wo maame.
O pe akogo. Hey, mana, relax. Okay, minute.
Take your time.
It's
America.
Mini.
Na awie in.
Go ye yo gari.
Ka ye yo gari.
Nonsense.
Rasta woman.
Auntie Moni wache.
Auntie Moni. Ele. No ele.
Ali.
Yeah, respect.
Yes, sir.
Rasta fried rice.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Kaleka don't look fucking.
That's our family. If you're in fear for under fire, well, if you live, but that's too much. That's what I'm TV. You want to take pictures? And I shot video.
I want a
say
picture.
something to the
Wait, mana. Bobo, give me the mana.
Video.
Oh, say something to the
Hey, say what mommy?
Say what mommy?
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
what that means.
Say what mommy TV.
Oh, yeah.
Say what mommy TV. What mommy TV.
What up? Hey, what mommy TV. That's what's up. Keeping it real over here. Yo, Obama been at chong. Rasta man TV. They will a month. Rasta woman. Fried rice.
Nkenye ba ye gan vi o. Nkenye ba ye gan o. Mi aje. Aje na ajo mi aje follow shinje bulu ye mi. If you are bulu then enjoy mo. Enjoy mo bro for me. Ma jabo e vernacular mi. Ken gbe dan jabo e gan mi. Na mi years ago ni ata boss mi. Ah, mi bete boss e mi boss driver Anto na ke mi awe bulu. Ni nko eyin. Ngo gbe bo dan cho Jimmy. Oh Jimmy. Who born you dog? Me be like that kind boss driver me fu. They show me a boss me. Guy I don't care man here. See me agenda sinibo. Boss driver okay me aye bulu. Bo re je mi ni gbona. Nka bo re je mi ni gbona. Iye kan won bo ko gbe kan yin. America no yo bi e. E bi a si boss wo be boss ye wo ma mi. Wo boss a to le tro. Nka wo boss a to le tro. O nyaye. Onyaye saw mi onu. Nke ma jebu. Mi ko he ba mi aje. Ko. Mi sha body. Mi get sha body. Mi go fi ma jabo Fokins. Fokins ni ma jabo ken gbina men ga gan tutu ami. Nyaye ni bi ko me. Sha ma gbanya no go. Nje Ghana mba na mi ba America eche. Si be ni wo ye gan. No mi nya sha America na yo. America fe paradise. Oh, bi am America je paradise nye daga nye je bia mo ye fo bia wo mu ji fe okoto no yo gaga bia ji ofu na je ba ka kata bia be ji ofu Fokins mi kebu mi aje mi na bo nko daga mi ye noko ima mata bia akeda ni nke fog aye ni ke gbanda ni gani ne ye ni no ba me nkwa bitu monlu luko bulu be amenye me mo na melu ya maka ebo noko nke story wo mba bia maka egbo Ninja Ghana mba no mi here rasta no na mi na ni ye fili no mi here rasta she no mi here low haircut na wo mi get baba na ga mi de be mi enyu ego no mi blofo na je nu go Ghana ga no ni yu oga ona ni aga mi de na kun ju ami na kun ju ami second time na wo mi gbe za ni mu ma ya kun ju o ba ju aje na ego mi to ya kun ju Ninte ninka sani mi wa ni baba ke ma tashi ni de na tashi baba bi mi bi ya blofo mi no mi no de yo fe nu mi nu fe gome ka ashiku ni mu no me ne wa ye ben ke be mi ule no ni ya no ko se nyo ne je ma na ba America si no ni ben naji what do you want nu ala nu fio e wan ga shi okay bari na be bi me shi mini haircut ni mi get to ona do mi na ga da me pon ke ku e ba ni mi to pon ke shi ona ga na atole aboy do mi aboy hu ni ba no mi aga wo side aga wo bi aga wo bi ni mu mi to aboy ko ye bi shi ka ile na me cha aboy ye bravo mi do mi e wo ni ba I mistake ni fe e ma mi me bi a ma shi America aboy na je da atole ten Iwana ni baba bo ni ne describe ma ha baba ni bon le ke mu nke baba nu shin ken gbenda be ke ken kelete easy be ke mi te west ken kele ko ke jeme I want punk. How me punk? And then you see, give me a boy. I want a boy right there, like this. In control 5 minutes, but in in what I see no anybody go by me if you are going this. I want this. Onye. Ni mama tabi of any call by me toy boy. Oh, you have me a boy. Oh, I need my friend. She even mini cocker bluff man, your money. In German, your money. You are Junguna, in Kahamia boy. Oh, Yakemla. Nin kala na no ya gamla nigga wo mi ami na ga padi en se na bo na le ni na le e to na egbo mi yo what's up young African nka onye do I look like young African? I'm big African now. Don't call me young African fuckings onye ko your mother wo mami yo sane nigga na ba le nya ma ka je nko ni bi ko me ba ni be ko me nye me wo phone no ka me te approach. If you're a fly, miaje, intashi, info no bear. Anonymous number from Ghana. Niyawo phone no. Nato, toko yaga. Jenye mi po ni magashi family poto, toko. Ena number atwami. Oh braje, to o mi ntawo magashi kinwa sha ka Cover me to flat screen TV. Onye guna wa Adama. Onu onye guna wa wache. Teviote bo no beshia oyeko shia omagoshia. Ja apartment pono yo maga show anyo ke TV amanyeme. O kamoko moko asano. No baki meshi miaje inge TV flat screen. J-box no po abu. She flat screen. Me no o shora ke yo. Olu. Meanwhile na wo mami TV. If she successful when she in na she can e boemi ami. Kwa America ni yo bi e. Mi tu nujumo ete. O ko kumanda. Nujumo ete. Ni mi tu. Nujumo ete je komeje enyo ete inwo 2 hours spend wo ede o ba taga competition ba ye komi ko ye komi tan bo ba ka shi o ba nunu ai sota ko no ai sota etan o to choko o kanshi owo ade but she o repeating the same thing ojuni inye mi aje inye vero ponchuni bakwa inye vero shia ai shi flat screen ne po ko melo TV e boss we agbo no ni ba ka fe no ko majeme TV o ten ni shi o mami ni wo TV aba ha agbo bo for me do you bath me bo kemi bo nyami no go ngwana ojo ma je na ho aka ho nka klawonu olu kalu e polemi onu kalu ya to olu timo n'ochu ke ya lo ko nke ba bo je flat screen TV ma ya bu fun ka to gwanten o wo mla wa mene no ni ona bego me gbomo to ene ajo le keke o to headache shabato bo pi ega ona bego me jena show sumo no wa nya mi ye tafla ne sika ne cho hie ko ni wota shi ne bi o se ni ke so ne ba iye jo mi kwen nyonya e ba jonye onu mi shi tefi o ten han boloko de kai hie ko I forget it before you for chop e was Solomon Moami ni mana lojo gba inako ni iye mi ntumi ona mi wo mi TV kwa mi fe no fi ano onu mbabu ko mko de fe no kwa mi wakana no ni fi o de fe shishikache Jimmy de kenye hi on no ba dwem o kwa mko kotokumi boro wa no afele no ko gbele Jessica Jimmy Jessica Jimmy ni yen shika yen tolo yen ga na ko be na taxi driver Jimmy alo mi fe tro onu e wakana mi ashi ntabu mami TV no wa na mishikache kalu onu kalu oto no ko come see here lollipop abu. No go bibio. She watch never watch when chatted to two. Fun. Never watch when Ebakashi name brand Quache Visio po Ebache mene Samsung Panasonic. Dab your tomo mene battery double A battery. Fucking finding Kenya ba you can feel ko mi aje ne ko mi aje ona noko yano ne gbana she inso ma we pi ma we le feel pe ti mi efu noko yano ni mi efu ona Ghana no pa be ko me nye bo wa she gbe kan bi ji wo ka wi wo nyu bo wo na abu nyu mo ne bo wo e ke na abu ha wa le ha wo li len wo ka wi ko gbo da no wi no Ghana no pa ko jele si ehie pa e no si onu pa aje onu pa isa no onu pa bu ehe no onu pa abu gbeken dani gbeken ba abu onu pa ona ewo yo go try me you know try me from the time wo phone no e jam fuckings emi efun mi wale ete wo ma TV ete akwa ni bi e wo le call emi efun ni ewo phone na e try me ni le jam fuckings I she mi no ni fio she mi fite gbeken bi e mi fite gbeken bi e ke mi fite gbeken bi e mi ja fucking si chon si mini ewo ni ma fe TV ni wole wo ma mi TV e ni bi le nke madam mini ona abu e sikle ona abu ona abu ngobo mene no twamiaje at the end of the day bo pio rent ha mi bo pio mortgage ya ha mi kama e condom e bo ya ha mi madam easy by force ni bi le na kan yo na ka mi efun e kenjele e ka kwa aje mi o ga yo na kan kwa aje mi o jo mi na kan nke madam is it by force you go watch Woman TV Everybody. First of all, what are you doing on the internet? Man se pona ke man so lo nji mouse. Onya egbe mi wa chachuchi kata. Yo ne onya egbe mi. Onu. Amakabu. Jela na yo kabula mi ni kabula bu. Ni ye jela shimbu moy. Ibu onu pa, ibu ogomo. Si bula no ke ma mi e na ka ma respectable. Na ya bula nke ma bu. Take your tongue call yawo. Oh you call yawo. Okay, amo ete. No here bullets. Kata tu take your tongue twa ko onya amo ka agbo. Show ye bazooka ye mi. Ola si na abu bazooka ni. Mini yenke Hitler me fete wo na. Alo na abu e jobu. Mini oya ko bishi. Mini bona no ba to mi agentan ko mbi mo konoko ife no konoko can record ni can ko ba mi ni can record there ima recording ima we no ni ma we ko bi ye na me amefite amakebu gbege bi ka machine shi no amenja fuckings all the time ni mi bon fuckings ja all the time ni bon fuck you emo all the money to me Jamie ma to bi ye Jamie ma to me Kofu ma meka kwe. Jemu computer ocean internet e cry aji. Onu. Ni no camera sha meka TV, ameka computer no because of me aje me woman mi TV. Onya ye wa woman mi TV. Ni ko kwe ni hu no ka si kwe. Aje ja mi fuckings. No try mami. Ko try mami lo we ba ja bo fuckings e ko. Ke ja bo fuckings e mi mati mi e ko fuckings. But e tell me go na. Alo bo for me. Ogba mi e bo ogba mi no ga for me. Ona have an intro that. Koko ba yon for me. Who born you dog? No ko gbona. Be ko nya yot mo. Onya no. Alo li la ake sikle. Sikle fa no. Ake sikle fa o li le no. No li le ngombo. E wa fi yot mo. Nya yue basa. Jebu lu jimi e. Jebu lu jimi nya dwomo wa. Ni nya dwomo. I get sense. I get mind. Fuckings. Ole. Amaka nya lo ko eko agbene. Nyengabi ye. Nyangabi be ko nya gbe ogbo machine. Can you me you gan again? Obenyenma. Speak more gan. You have more gan. She call you gan. No ka wo je me. Nye share video say. Nyangabi na kan yo. Nye share fucking video say. Benny Aqua, or Aqua, Bangona, she also on your aqua. What if you're telling na vin? Ni you are Morgan, can you see it? As I tell you, Jimmy, can you know Nika when you know? Boom, I walk in ya. Gabi and a Kessonia care. Mineva, you can you quite near Mineko Muffin. Huh? Mineko Muffin, I'm going to do Chinese. You don't mind your Chinese. Huh? Allow me. Meaning, you're talking, I'm your Togolese. Huh? No need a bad jigger. Bluff of your going to come out when you're my Lojoba. Gamma, my top bull, my jabble fuckings. It was me, Canyon. You can't you again in Kawajame. Next year, come on, you mercy, Kumo. No can you me, next year, no can me, Neque, Mineko, me to my feet. Eh? Mineko, alone you Thomas Dash and there be a fuckings. Number fuckings in your Tomada. You Tomada cool for fuckings. Yagami, he can't Yagami. Fuck is in your Tomada.
He died of someone like a walker. For where I saw by him, no.
Like I know.
And a quality of my window of money or some big yoke.
Don't be seeing that cat on me.
Come on, America. Nobody can see a money for ready. Big man and manche. Big man and manche. Big man and manche.
Listen well. Oh!
Money minute, Baby, I didn't first. Nick has a money effect. No, me put it here. Cat with their mammy. No, me, each one, each one, that New York. That New York and each one here. I told them, show her there. I call me again. What's that here? Go here, dog.
Emily, everyone, hello. Sabi, hey, man, then the Kenya Jabo, Baby. Oh, fine, madam. Go find no one, hello, hello. Oh, fine, no, me, everyone, hello, no, me, hello.
Over here.
Hey, yeah, for
that, I will never wash it.
Big
man and manche.
No, be careful now, be not going to make wash it. Yo, Sani otuemu atu Germany. Bemi ni bini be tomba ya goje. E wa fane hani otue akashi ojuba. O fane
inje abi nake. Ina abu ke o here.
Yes.
Take it that we no here. Jobuana. One year one lo.
Ake?
Oh, no understand.
Sani. O fine and you gele akroteno lo yo kolumina tele. O fine wa bi wa o me na jewo kenjo ani.
Enyi neji.
Ani akroteno lo yo kolumina.
Anti belo ko mini wo bi. Enyi neji.
Dake amokoye bontise. You go back to point of correction. Point of correction. Eke ya na je mo. E wo fare na tu ya mlebo. Na je fine.
Na tu am mlebo.
No ni count me no.
Dago Jo lo eko ni ebashin ayese ni ma ba na popo dance popo your body popo your body popo aje amada
Ni won bi la ke e ba lo no ni je la protein lo no ni okolu e yẹn ọpọlọ ẹ̀mí náà tẹ̀ wọ́n báyọ̀ àjẹ́ mi.
kẹ̀kẹ́ kókó mọ́ dẹ̀ fẹsẹ̀.
lẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ bàbá wo ẹ̀
kókó still kókó bọ̀dì.
ẹ̀wọ̀n bó tẹ́lẹ̀ wà kúrò tẹ́lẹ̀.
fọ́nrán olùkóso kókó bọ̀dì.
ìdáná.
fẹ́mú náà wúlò níjọ.
fẹ́mú náà bú ẹ̀ náà kọ́ fẹ́ rẹ́dì. Yes, 2.5 to 1.0. 2.5
TV no. Check the TV. I got TV no.
No, this TV na call the news. Streaming na me tackle. Ni me community and I can say man if I make TV. Interview la vie. TV. Streaming.
Isso você sabe? Inspetor. She no need you no from Lodi. That amara kana kutu makata. Eh habara kutu pulu pada. Pulu sabada. Because make my cuckoo. We're going to touch you for the crying, mommy for the cry. No, if you're any line, repeat again.
Not in your life to a lie.
Oh, no, it's my young only way. Mukule, I'm on Usani. Coco Bena, in Yalada, living at it. She am going my young me and Yalanda, and my dad was a quack. I was that one back.
No, I'm a cat and no more. And you're ready.
Sick man. Near you on Peggy. The money be on guessing. Oh, that's the ruler. Oh, Papa.
C'est le papa et fait non faire non. Na ke ni gbonu e fait na yo papa. Ni asuku. Okay. Asuku ko da kan point. Okay. Ni manche be kuse. Be ka bi e ko me. Ese be ko ka to akojo me la ka kale ko e manche mai. Sa me la ka si e na kan ji be ni afele ni kon aje po ni chichi no acho. Na si no aka si na ejie. Na to e ni ji. Sa ne ko be kra. Na ka be na bo chichi no. Ni manche chichi aje po na si no aka si na eche. Ni kente wa ye ngale no. No fe no afi no fe no. Na ka ji be ni mi e ya no. Yo, can't think very okay. Bien na be na mi se be sa na mu mu na ne ka ke ni manche be ni sani ale ya kusuna amuna sinse na ke ta
Oh, what can you mean? Send a Kobe.
Yeah.